Hello, and welcome to the third Write With Me activity time, which is based on the bonus sections of the Professor's Week in Review, a journal for weekly reflections on the higher ed experience. Today's session is entitled Monitoring How Well You Are Doing, and it is designed to give you some time to reflect and analyze the role you play in honoring your health and well-being. With so many responsibilities, it is easy to neglect yourself in many areas each semester. As a result, it is important to frequently ask these questions. Am I doing well? And in which areas of self-care would I like to concentrate more? Please grab a sheet of paper or your device because we are going to be learning by doing. Let's jump right in. Answer the following true or false statements in the next 20 seconds. Sleep is essential, so I make sure that I get plenty of rest. I intentionally implement strategies to promote my physical, mental, and emotional health. If you don't mind me asking, what were your answers? Feel free to type them in the chat if you're here during the premiere or include them in the comment section. I know that for too many years, my answers to both statements would be false because I did not honor my sleep and I did not consistently focus on preserving my physical, mental, and emotional health. When I was going through my doctoral program, I was teaching full-time online. That's 4 courses per semester, and attending to my mother duties. I would be up until 3, 4, or 5 a.m. and then get up around 7:30 a.m. to take my daughter to school. I was averaging about 4 hours of sleep per night and stayed up over 24 hours too many times to count. I was also going through some devastating personal experiences that I would have never, ever imagined. It impacted my health and well-being in so many ways. But it is a new day. Let me explain it using the lyrics from one of my favorite musicals, The Wiz. Hello, world. It's like a different way of living now. And thank you, world. We always knew that we'd be free somehow, in harmony, and show the world that we've got liberty. It's such a change for us to live so independently. Freedom, you see, has got our hearts singing so joyfully. Just look about. You owe it to yourself to check it out. Can't you feel a brand new day? Can't you feel a brand new day? Woo-wee! Now, I would have sung it for you, but it would have clashed with the beautiful instrumental called Nature Walk that is playing in the background. But I encourage you to listen to that song today. There is no way you will not walk away with a pep in your step after doing so. For activity 3, we are going to do things a little differently. Instead of devoting 7 minutes to completing the exercise at once, we are going to focus on one section at a time and break the 7 minutes up. I believe that these topics require some in-depth thought, one by one. Is that all right? But before the fun begins, I am Dr. Kelly Alston, creator of the Professor's Week in Review, which I call the Wire Journal for short. And I would like to invite you to order your copy of this incredible tool that I created to guide you in making deep reflection a part of your higher education journey. Journaling is a worthy investment of your time due to its range of benefits, such as improving your mood, lowering blood pressure, and even helping you sleep better. It can also help you gain clarity, promote mindfulness, and serve as a tool to track your personal and professional growth. One of the most rewarding aspects of journaling is that it allows you to create a precious keepsake of your journey. When you revisit what you have written about your experiences, it is as if you are walking through a time capsule. The beautiful thing about the Wire Journal is that it includes 9 weekly prompts that guide you through 16 weeks in higher education. You never have to sit still wondering what you should reflect on because the prompts give you direction. So, do not hesitate or procrastinate. Head over to bit.ly, the Wire Journal, or bit.ly, the fillable wire, to seize your copy today. You may also click the links in the description for easy access. Oh, and please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button so that YouTube will know that you enjoy this content, and the share button so that you can notify others who may want to join us. Last but not least, hello, new subscribers. I appreciate you so much and welcome you to the HEO, Higher Educators Online family. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, I invite you to click that subscription button and the notification bell so that you will be the first to know when new content is published. I would be honored to have you here. Are you ready to dive in? Okay, let's go. Activity 3 comes from the section in the Wire Journal called Resources and Checklists. It is the 9th page in that section, and it is entitled, How Am I Doing? Now is the time to grab your journal or open the fillable PDF version on your device. If you have not ordered your journal yet, you may grab another sheet of paper and fold it twice so that you have 4 boxes like this. Write the following subtitles. Number 1, sleep. Number 2, self-care. Number 3, nutrition. And number 4, thoughts and feelings. Now, you might be thinking, aren't sleep and nutrition elements of self-care? Yes, indeed. However, they are so significant that I think they deserve their own attention. Let's begin by focusing on sleep. Sleep, often relegated to the back seat in the frantic lives of college professors, holds an incredible power that transcends mere rest. Unfortunately, a good night's sleep can be sacrificed on the altar of productivity. In fact, there are some who would have you believe that those who win are those who do not have time to sleep, or put it on the back burner. But oh, what detrimental advice that is. Please do not believe it, for the significance of sleeping well cannot be overstated, and the benefits of sleep are undeniable. In fact, you may be shocked to learn what happens to your body and your brain if you do not sleep enough. I would recommend watching the video, What Happens to Your Body and Brain If You Don't Get Sleep, published by Inside Tech and presented by Dr. Matthew Walker, professor of neuroscience and psychology at the University of California, Berkeley, and author of Why We Sleep. In 4 minutes, Dr. Walker breaks down the many illnesses and poor health conditions associated with the lack of sleep. Please take a few seconds to review them. A few years ago, when I was struggling with getting enough sleep, as I mentioned earlier, I came across the video and began sharing it with college students during synchronous sessions because I knew that many of them were also struggling with getting enough sleep. We would discuss the video, and they were always flabbergasted by how damaging the lack of sleep is to the body. I am certain you will have the same reaction. So please see the link for the video in the description and make watching it a priority. You will thank me later. But for now, let me provide some inspiration by sharing 7 benefits of sleep. No, actually, I'm just going to share 6 benefits of sleep, which is the greatest legal performance enhancing drug, according to Dr. Walker. Number 1, cognitive enhancement. Sleep plays a pivotal role in cognitive function. It is essential for consolidating memories and enhancing learning. During the rapid eye movement, which is also called REM stage of sleep, the brain processes information and makes connections, contributing to improved problem-solving abilities, creativity, and critical thinking. Number 2, stress reduction. Quality sleep is a natural stress buster. It allows the body to regulate stress hormones and recover from the day's challenges. It offers the mind the chance to rest and rejuvenate, aiding in maintaining emotional balance and resilience. Number 3, enhanced decision making. Sleep profoundly influences decision-making abilities. A well-rested brain is more adept to weighing options, considering consequences, and making rational choices. Sleep-deprived individuals tend to be impulsive and prone to errors in judgment. Research cited in the book Sleep Smarter by Shawn Stevenson reveals that lack of sleep can impair brain function to a degree similar to alcohol intoxication. Dr. Matthew Walker concurs, stating that once you have been awake for 19 or 20 hours, your mental capacity is so impaired that you would be as deficient as someone who was deemed legally drunk behind the wheel of a car. You may be saying, I never get less than 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Well, Dr. Walker also shares that once you get past 16 hours of being awake, mental deterioration and physiological deterioration begin. So, staying up, grading those papers, working on that grant, writing that book or research report into the wee hours of the night or morning is really not worth it in the long run, for you are doing tremendous damage to your body slowly but surely. Now ask me how I know. Number 4, physical health and immune boost. Sleep is a cornerstone of physical health. It allows the body to repair tissues, regulate hormones, and bolster the immune system. The National Sleep Foundation emphasizes that consistent, restorative sleep is linked to a lower risk of chronic diseases such as obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular problems. In this day and age, when we are exposed to so many viruses and toxins, sleep is an effective way to keep our body strong. Number 5, emotional well-being. Adequate sleep is a natural mood stabilizer. It enables individuals to better regulate their emotions and cope with stress. The link between sleep and mental health is well established. A lack of sleep can exacerbate symptoms of anxiety and depression. In contrast, prioritizing sleep can lead to improved emotional well-being and resilience. And number 6, creativity and innovation. Sleep has a direct impact on creativity and innovation. During the various stages of sleep, the brain processes information, reorganizes thoughts, and makes novel connections. It is during these moments of seemingly dormant rest that breakthrough ideas can emerge. So, in the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, finish each day before you begin the next, and interpose a solid wall of sleep between the two. Now, let me tell you what I've learned about creating this solid wall of sleep. There is a right and a wrong way to do so. Here are some things you can do to implement good sleep hygiene and create that solid wall. Number 1, set up a sleep routine about an hour before bed. Something that relaxes you would be great. Number 2, sleep in a cool and dark environment. Number 3, do your best to go to bed at the same time every night and wake up at the same time every morning, even on the weekends and holidays, y'all. And number 4, be intentional about what you are thinking about before you go to sleep. Neville Goddard puts it this way: sleep, the life that occupies 1/3 of our stay on earth, is the natural door into the subconscious. It is in sleep and in prayer, a state akin to sleep, that man enters the subconscious to make his impressions and receive his instructions. Once asleep, man has no freedom of choice. His entire slumber is dominated by his last waking concept of self. It follows, therefore, that he should always assume the feeling of accomplishment and satisfaction before he retires in sleep. So, as you can see, sleep is not something that we should take lightly. Amazing things happen when we are sleeping. Let me give you a biblical example. 1 Kings 3:5 reports that God appeared to King Solomon in a dream and said, "Ask for whatever you want me to give you." In that dream, King Solomon asked for a discerning heart to govern God's people and distinguish between right and wrong. Listen to what happened next. The Lord was pleased that Solomon had asked for this. So God said to him, "Since you have asked for this, and not for long life or wealth for yourself, nor have asked for the death of your enemies, but for discernment and administering justice, I will do what you have asked. I will give you a wise and discerning heart, so that there will never have been anyone like you, nor will there ever be. Moreover, I will give you what you have not asked for, both wealth and honor, so that in your lifetime you will have no equal among kings. And if you walk in obedience to me and keep my decrees and commands as David your father did, I will give you a long life." Then Solomon awoke, and he realized it had been a dream. Did that dream become Solomon's reality? Indeed it did. Let me tell you a little bit more about dreams found in the Bible. Job 33:15-18 says, "In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls on people as they slumber in their beds, he may speak in their ears and terrify them with warnings to turn them from wrongdoing and keep them from pride, to preserve them from the pit, their lives from perishing by the sword." So, imagine what might be downloaded to you in a dream, which means that you and I must get some good old sleep. Now, open your journal or use the graphic organizer you created with the 4 boxes so that we can think on these things. Take 1 minute to reflect on your sleep from this past week and evaluate yourself. Are you sleeping well? How is your sleep hygiene? Use the small area to share a goal you may have regarding sleep, or a revelation you have about sleep, or to even encourage yourself for doing well in this area. Also, circle the number of moons that represent your average sleep hours per night. The timer is set for 1 minute. Let's write. Well, I needed a little more space for this section. I had quite a bit to write. What about you? Feel free to share your sleep report card with me in the chat or the comment section. The next section of focus is self-care. There are many ways to define self-care, but for today's activity, we are defining it as a multidimensional, multifaceted process of purposeful engagement in strategies that promote healthy functioning and enhance well-being. Self-care is about taking care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, and spiritually. Think about each of these areas today and ask yourself, do I have a self-care plan? In what ways did I ensure that these areas were addressed this week? Now, take 2 minutes to reflect on self care. Let's write. In which areas are you doing well? In which areas could you improve? Feel free to share in the chat or the comment section. Let's move on to nutrition. This is such a controversial topic, isn't it? So, we're going to keep it brief. Nutrition can be defined as the process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth. So, based on the nutritional plan that works best for your body and your beliefs, how well are you doing? Are you selecting foods that nourish and strengthen your body, or foods that are tearing it down and possibly destroying it? Do you need help in this area? Consider these questions as you reflect for this next minute. Let's write. Are you enjoying activity 3? I hope so. We have made it to the final section, thoughts and feelings. I included this section so that you can write freely about the various aspects of your life. It can be the section where you write yourself a love letter. It can be the section where you script or forecast the ways in which you would like to make yourself a priority. It can be whatever you want it to be. The timer is set for 3 minutes. Let's write for the last time. Wasn't this session restorative and revelatory? I enjoyed it so much, if I do say so myself. I hope you did too. Thank you for joining me today for this wellness check. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your colleagues. Also, don't just watch, but please subscribe. I have a new series called Dear Professor coming up, as well as other goodies, and I do not want you to miss them. Finally, if you have not purchased your journal, please go to bit.ly, the Wire Journal, or download it at bit.ly, the Fillable Wire. Discounts apply to those who order 10, 20, or more from Vervante, my publisher. So get a group of colleagues together and order your journals today. Until next time, make it a mindful semester. Bye bye.